Hi there, and today we are going to have a tutorial on the gradient tool in Photopea.com. So your gradient tool is in your left-hand side toolbar. It's about 3 tools down from the brush tool. If you don't see it, it might be under the paint bucket tool inside there. So you want your gradient tool. And what you should do is set up your gradient before you create an area in which to fill it. So set the gradient up first. So you're going to go up to your options at the top for that tool and click on the little swatch here that shows your gradient, and it will bring up the gradient editor. You can add stops to your gradient. You can remove them just by dragging them off. And the stops are different colors in the gradient, and you can move those stops to make your color area more broad or more narrow. It's up to you how you want it to look. In order to change the color in the stops, you just double click and that opens up the color picker. You can choose any colors that you like. Totally up to you. Add another stop, double click, and add a color. Once you get a gradient that you like, maybe I'll add a yellow in here. Then you're going to just click OK, and you'll see your gradient up at the top now. Now what you want to do is the same process pretty much exactly as you use to add colors to different areas in your pop art project. You're just going to do one thing slightly differently. So the first step is to add a new layer on top. You can change the name of the layer and write gradient or gradient 1, whatever. You might use more than one gradient. And then you'll get your brush tool. Make sure you're painting in gray, and you're going to paint over an area that you choose. I'm going to do the street here under the car. I'm going to go kind of quickly for this purpose and use my bracket keys to change the side of my brush. You can zoom in, Command plus, space bar to move your picture, and continue to paint in gray. This is the exact same process as we used for the colorizing tutorial. I'm getting a little sloppy, but you will see basically how this works. I'm not sure if I'm painting over the car or not, but I'm close to it. Here a little bit. And then we will have our area painted in gray. Well, I think I could do a little better job. So just a minute, let me just get underneath. This looks like part of the driveway or street. Kind of clean it up a little bit. All right, so now that I have the area, if I were just going to add one of these colors to the area, what I would do is click on the adjustment layer, but I don't need to do that for a gradient. What I do need to do is tap on the gradient layer, and you can right click if you have a mouse and just select pixels. That's going to create a selection of that area in which I'm going to put my gradient. So again, you tap with 2 fingers. If you have a Chromebook, select pixels, or right-click on that layer to get your pixels. And then you go to your gradient tool, you've got your gradient already, and you just draw a line anywhere in that area. You can try different ones. And where you draw the line, that sets the gradient on that axis. So it could look different depending upon where you draw the line. So if I draw the line up here, you'll get it looking like that. It's very different. You could just draw it all the way across here and make it look like that. The other thing is at the top, you have different options for your gradient. That was reflected. You could pick radial, which means based on a circle, and create something that looks more like that. Don't forget, if you want to get the details underneath this layer, you're just going to go to your blend modes here above your layers and select multiply. You could try other blend modes, but that one works fine for what we're doing. So that gives your details underneath of the gradient. Some people like that effect. Some people just want a pure gradient that's very opaque. So that is how you add a gradient. Again, you can select at the top the type of gradient, draw your line, and it will change into something completely different. Blend mode multiply to get your details underneath. And that's it.